Live from our Park Forest studios, this is Steve Sporty Balls, the sportscast that flips the script and leaves no prisoners sad, except if they watch a regular sportscast. I'm Harry von Stuttgart, and now here's your host, the wackiest ship of the Army, Steve the Backspan Bexley. Hello, good evening, welcome, and how you doing? Oh, I can't wait till we move this thing inside the little studio there. And we will be, of course, free to do whatever the heck we want. Yeah, within reason. Got a lot to do in there. And after the Super Bowl, I'm going to finish up in here and then get my room done. All right. Welcome, one and all to the Coursing and Ball. I am your host and native wanderer, Steve the Backsman Baxley. It is time. That's right. It is time to get you the latest in sports. We will do that immediately. That's right. That's British for we're gonna get you. We're gonna get you live. That's right. That's right. You're gonna you're gonna be ready for us. I know I will be ready for you. But we got everything all set up, ready to go. So you're ready, guys. I'm just trying to. Thank you, grazie. All right. We are counting down to the moments of distinction. A real bonbana. That's right. It is Super Bowl 58. Again, we advise you to watch Nickelodeon for all the fun and excitement. But right now, let's give you some sports. We start off, of course, with the sports news. Hey, Matthew, how you doing, buddy? All right, we got your Pro Football Hall of Fame. Hey, Nancy, I am doing well. Thank you very much. Who is now going into the Pro Football Hall of Fame class of 2024? We got the deets for you. Here's a look at the modern era and senior inductees who will receive their bronze bust. Hey, that's cool. Here's a look at the modern era and senior inductees who will receive their bronze bust and gold jackets this summer. I wish I was one of them. Someday we ought to make up little jackets, you know. Anyway, we have the kazoo here. Kazoo somewhere. Kazoo anywhere. Anywhere there's a kazoo. Oh no, I gotta get the thing here cleaned up. Anyway, how much I left for the studio in terms of stuff needed to be in? Right now, I've got, well, why don't we give you a little shot live of the preparations there for our studio. I don't know how far the cord can go, but there's there's what's left. So I'm going to have a chair and the desk. Beyond that, it's all going to be green screen. So there you go. You see the studio. Okay, let's take a look at the Pro Football Hall of Fame inductees. We begin with Dwight Freeney, a linebacker. Freeney's devastating spin move led to 125 and a half career sacks and a Super Bowl ring with the 2006 NFL Colts. Andre Johnson, wide receiver, the greatest offensive player in Texans history. Johnson was named to 7 Pro Bowls and led the NFL in receiving on 2 occasions. Returner Devin Hester, and once again, a little fast on the draw. Thank you. Returner Devin Hester, arguably the greatest returner in NFL history. Hester is now enshrined in Canton after returning 20 kicks and punt returns for touchdowns during his 11-year career. He is also the only player to return the opening kickoff of a Super Bowl for a touchdown, as he did so for the Bears in Super Bowl 51. XLI. That's 16 or 41. Yeah, 41, I do believe. Yeah, 41. Super Bowl 41. Randy Gradishar, linebacker. He led the Broncos' famed Orange Crush defense that spearheaded the Broncos' first AFC championship in 1977. A complete linebacker. Bradishar won Defensive Player of the Year the following season after recording 3 interceptions, 3 sacks, and 4 fumble recoveries. Can we lower that down just a tad? Guys, just lower that down. Thank you. Gotta get the full me in here. Patrick Willis, linebacker, he packed a lot into an 8-year career. He was a 7-time Pro Bowler, 5-time All-Pro, and is a member of the Hall of Fame All-2000s team. Not bad. This one I applaud and salute with reverence. And a big congratulations to the man, the myth, the legend, Steve Mongo McMichael. Steve Mongo McMichael. Defensive tackle, he played in a whopping 227 games, including a franchise record 191 games with the Bears, and was an integral part of a Bears defense that led Chicago to the franchise's first and only Super Bowl win at the end of the 85 season. His 95 career sacks ranked 4th all-time for defensive tackles, and he led the Bears in sacks 7 times. He is, I'm going to say this. He's 1 in a million. He is right now suffering from a incurable disease. So we salute him. Julius Pepper, defensive end. Peppers has the distinction of being named to 2 Hall of Fame All-Decade teams after terrorizing opposing QBs from 2002 to 2018. Mm-hmm. Okay, so if you think that's it for our NFL coverage, wrong. That's right, wrong. No, we still have more. Let's get to the NFL honors. Okay, the NFL honors, they were given out tonight. And here we go. Do we have the winners? Please let me know. All right, let's see. Do we have all the winners? Okay. Is there any way we can get the winners? Yeah, go to the NFL thing. Okay, we'll do so. You talk to yourself, you get a little good time here. Okay. Come on up. Okay, boom, there we go. Okay, we are going to tell you. Okay, and then we'll get you ready for Nickelodeon's Super Bowl coverage. Okay, here we go. The list of award winners from this year's NFL honors. So if you's ready, I know I was ready. Let's give it to you. The NFL celebrated another year of excellence, sort of, around the league on Thursday night at the 13th annual NFL Honors. Hosted by Keegan Michael Kay, the show included the announcement of the AP NFL Awards and revealed the Pro Football Hall of Fame class of 2024. Here is the complete winners announced at the Resorts World Theater in Las Vegas. The Associated Press Most Valuable Player presented by Invisalign, Lamar Jackson, Ravens quarterback. The AP Coach of the Year presented by Verizon. Personally, I would have given it to Dan Campbell, the Detroit Lions. But Kevin Stefanski, Browns head coach, deserves it, and he wins it. AP Comeback Player of the Year presented by P&G and the official locker room products of the NFL, Head & Shoulders, and a few others. Joe Flacco, the Browns quarterback. The AP Offensive Player of the Year presented by Microsoft Surface went to Christian McCaffrey, the 49ers running back. AP Defensive Player of the Year presented by TCL went to Myles Garrett, the Browns defensive end. AP Offensive Rookie of the Year was C.J. Stroud, the quarterback for the Texans. The AP Defensive Rookie of the Year was Will Anderson Jr. Obviously, both things did not have a sponsor. The Texas defensive end, not bad. Next Gen Stats Moment of the Year, powered by AWS, was Cowboy wide receiver C.D. Lamb's catch versus the Lions. We will of course ignore that. Walter Payton NFL Man of the Year, presented by Nationwide, who is always on your side. Cameron Hayward, Steelers defensive end. And if that's not enough, kiddies y cadetos, we got more. FedEx Air and Ground Players of the Year, Brock Purdy, the 49ers quarterback, and Christian McCaffrey, the 49ers running back. The salute to service. Yeah, lower us down a bit. Thank you. Up, down, all the way around. Went to Joe Cardona, Patriots long snapper. AP Assistant Coach of the Year, Jim Schwartz, Browns defensive coordinator. Bud Light Easy to Celebrate Moment of the Year was Tommy DeVito, Giants quarterback. NFL Fan of the Year, presented by Captain Morgan, was TJ Watt. Was Tom Grossi of the Packers. Deacon Jones Sack Leader Award, TJ Watt. Steelers outside linebacker. Art Rooney Sportsmanship Award, Bobby Wagner, Seahawks linebacker. The NFL Player Association Alan Page Community Award went to Calais Campbell, the Falcons defensive lineman. NFL Flag Player of the Year for girls, Allison Gandolin. For boys, Ryder Noche. Jim Brown Award to Christian McCaffrey, 49ers running back. We don't have the announcement of the Don Shula High School Coach of the Year and the Angry Run of the Year, Najee Harris, the Steelers running back. So that, ladies and gentlemen, be that. And maybe we will have word on who got the high school thing. If not, we'll have it for you on Friday. Okay. Foop, foop, foop. Okay, the NFL has returned to Nickelodeon. No kidding. We've been touting this all week. CBS and the NFL will air Super Bowl 58 on Nickelodeon as the league eyes younger viewers. Nick's kid-centric NFL broadcasts have spanned 4 games since 2020. Now it will mark their Super Bowl debut and become the ultimate trivia question. Who was the first cable network to broadcast the Super Bowl? It will be Nickelodeon. Now, oh, come on. Not behind a freaking paywall. Okay, well, anyway, watch Nickelodeon. They have got everything covered this year in slime. There you go. In Schleim. Schleim is Schleim. Okay. Mm, Let's before we go to our scores, and I know everybody loves the scores. Hmm, we go to some news from Awful Announcing. Um, let's not do that. Okay. Well, X is going to be the place to be for some very interesting sports coverage. First, they steal Jim Rome from CBS Sports Network. Now they are going to add to their platform the WWE. As X, formerly known as Twitter, but as I like to call it, TwitX, looks to encourage more streaming on the site, WWE has announced a new agreement with Elon Musk's X to stream wrestling matches on the platform. The new concept, called WWE Speed, will feature matches that last shorter than 5 minutes and will be aired live to tape. WWE made the announcement Thursday at the WrestleMania 40 kickoff event held at T-Mobile Arena in Las Vegas. The Hollywood Reporter provides additional details about the agreement. The show will debut in the spring and run 52 weeks a year. It'll feature wrestlers from all three WWE brands, Raw, NXT, and SmackDown. WWE originally debuted the concept in the past month, and instead of airing it anywhere, it would be an untelevised dark match for fans attending SmackDown. In the past month, X has added Jim Rome, Tulsi Gabbard, and Don Lemon to its lineup of streaming content, in addition to Tucker Carlson, who has had a show on the platform for months. The matches, all being less than 5 minutes, should work out quite well on a platform like X. It likely won't be hardcore WWE fans seeking out the content, but rather casual fans who come across it on their timelines. The hope on WWE's end would be that those fans see the short matches and then become weekly viewers of Raw, SmackDown, or NXT. We wish them well. Yes, we do. Hmm. All right. Um, let's see. Jim Nance doesn't agree with the backlash on Tony Romo. We're trying the best we can, and they do succeed. Uh, let's see. Dennis Smith reacts to an erroneous trade report from ESPN's Adrian Wojnarowski. That's right. Oh, baby. Transaction reporting sometimes goes haywire, goes wrong, perhaps especially when it comes to trade deadline deals. The NBA trade deadline Thursday proved to be a case in point there. ESPN's Adrian Wojnarowski briefly reported that the Brooklyn Nets guard Dennis Smith Jr. was headed to Toronto alongside Spencer Dinwiddie in a deal for Dennis Schroeder and Thad Young. Only to quickly correct that, Smith was not involved and that the deal was just for Dinwiddie, who the Raptors promptly waived. Uh, Smith noticed this, and while the report was up, the tweet was unfortunately bye-byed, or fortunately was bye-byed, erased, deleted. The 26-year-old Smith was selected in the first round of the 2017 NFL Draft, ninth overall by the Dallas Mavericks. He's played for 6 NBA teams across 7 seasons so far, joining the Nets this past offseason. This season, he's played in 34 games for them, but started only one, averaging 7.3 points and 4.0 assists across 19.9 minutes per game, and I'll be sticking with Brooklyn through at least the end of this campaign. Now, mistakes certainly happen, especially with breaking news, and that's even more the case when it comes to a flurry of transactions, with many of those featuring complicated and moving parts. You got to watch those because sometimes they can be wrong. So, lesson learned? Yes, lesson learned. Goody. Okay, by the way, before we continue our little romp around the Fun Time Factory here, we want to just remind you that yes, we will be on Friday night, 11:35 to 12:35, right here in our beautiful um, little studio, in our beautiful living room. For now. All right, and woo, this is something unusual. Here we go. While much of the attention paid to Sinclair in recent years has been focused on its purchase, ownership, and bankruptcy of the Valley Sports Regional Network, sports networks, the company also owns Tennis Channel and several television stations. And after a positive year for the network in 2023, Sinclair is now conducting a strategic review on Tennis Channel. Front Office Sports reports Sinclair could potentially add an equity partner or partners for Tennis Channel and has brought on investment bank Moelis and Company to seek out partners. FOS also reports that either a joint venture or an equity agreement is a more than likely. Hey, Dandelion, we're getting to the NHL coverage. Hang on. The agreement is more likely result than Sinclair completely selling the network, and that Sinclair will likely still be involved in the distribution of the channel. In 2023's third quarter, Sinclair's tennis segment, which includes not only Tennis Channel, but Tennis.com and Tennis Channel's streaming operations, saw its revenue rise 9% up to $59 million. It also saw its operating income jump 18% to $13 million. Sinclair has owned Tennis Channel since 2016. They paid $350 million for a network at that time. A year later, the company added the Tennis Media Company, which includes Tennis.com and Tennis the Magazine. The magazine was shut down at the end of 2022. Now they're looking to see if they can get some outside investment in the property. Okay, before we continue on, to my friends in Canada. Wow. I'm going to say this to my friends in Canada, to those that I guess we might as well say used to work at Bell Media. You have my sympathies, my condolences, and my prayers. The second chapter of your lives will begin in about 24 hours. Bell Media, for those of you that don't know, they hit and they hit hard. Here we go. Let's pop her there and see what we get. Yes, they hit and they hit real hard. Oh, did they hit? Oh, excuse me. I gotta separate. There we go. Now we got it. Bell Media's parent company, BCE, announced that they are selling 45 radio stations and they are cutting a lot of jobs. Bell Media is ending multiple television newscasts, except in Toronto and Montreal and Ottawa. And thank you. and making other programming cuts after its parent company, BCE, announced widespread layoffs and the sale of 45 of its 103 regional radio stations. News stations such as CTV and BNN Bloomberg would be affected immediately, according to an internal memo sent to Bell Media employees on Thursday. The memo, signed by Dave Daigle, let's try to get Dave Daigle, Vice President of Local TV, Radio, and Bell Media Studios, and Richard Gray, Vice President of News at Bell Media, said weekday noon newscasts at all CTV stations and CTV2 stations will end except in Toronto. It is also scrapping its 6 and 11 p.m. weekend newscast at all CTV and CTV2 stations except in Toronto, Montreal, and Ottawa. Daigle and Gray said multi-skilled journalists will replace news correspondents and technical teams reporting to CTV national news in Alberta, Manitoba, Quebec, and Atlantic Canada, while other correspondent changes would be made in Ottawa. Earlier in the day, Bell Media's parent company, BCE Incorporated, announced it was cutting 9% of its workforce. The company announced Thursday in an open letter signed by Chief Executive Mirko Bibic that 4,800 jobs, quote, at all levels of the company, end quote, would be cut. Fewer than 10% of the total job cuts are at Bell Media specifically. The round of job cuts is BCE's largest in nearly 30 years, Bibic added during a Thursday conference call. Some employees have, fine. Come on, we don't want to apply for a credit card because credit cards are evil. Let's just get back to where we were in our entertainment report. Come on, back. You're nuts. Come here. Thank you. Let's place you back so I can finish reading this. Some employees have been notified or were to be informed on Thursday being laid off, while the balance will be told by the spring. Bibic said the company will use vacancies and natural attrition to minimize layoffs as much as possible. Bell is also ending evening programs, The Debate this hour and Top 3 tonight on the CTV News channel, which will be replaced by a 4-hour news broadcast on weeknights beginning at 6 p.m. At BNN Bloomberg, weekday daytime programming is being streamlined to reduce the number of separate broadcasts. Daigle and Gray also said the longtime investigative news show W5 will shift from a standalone documentary series to a multi-platform investigative reporting unit featured on CTV National News, ctvnews.ca, and other news platforms. Heritage Miller Pascal Saint-Onge, during a press conference, said, I am extremely disappointed in Bell Canada's decision for many reasons. In the past decade, when acquisitions were allowed for those big companies to acquire television or radio stations, it came with the promise that they would deliver on news content, and today they are backing away from that promise. It marks the second major layoff at the media and telecommunications giant since last spring, when 6% of Bell Media jobs were eliminated and 9 radio stations were either shuttered or sold. The company will divest 45 of its 103 radio stations to 7 buyers: Vista Radio, White Oaks, Durham Radio, My Broadcasting Corp., and Zoomer Media, Arsenal Media, and Maritime Broadcasting. The sales are subject, of course, to CRTC approval and other closing conditions. The stations being sold are in British Columbia, Ontario, Quebec, and Atlantic Canada. And to those, again, I state as a somewhat citizen member of the media, my condolences, my sympathies, and good vibes and love and respect go to you all as you begin a second chapter. And the hardest hit of all this is Wingham/Windsor, Ontario's CHWI, which is a part of the CTV2 family. Their weekend newscast are going to be knocked off. So is their noon. They'll still have the 6 and 11 like everyone else, but wow. Okay, let us go now to get you. That's right, you, the hockey fans of the world. It's time. Time for hockey scores. That's right. We're going to give you some gosh dog hockey scores. Yes, it's time for hockey. And here we go. We're going to do hockey and go up. Okay? That good? Yeah, that good. Okay, let's get to the fun and the fiesta therein. Come on. Hurry up, 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 up. And let's go down, 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 down. Okay. One more. Ooh, we got a lot. Okay. It's all finals. Yes, it's all finals. So let the happiness arrive. Okay, the Boston Bruins beat the Vancouver Canucks. Sorry, Canucks fans. 4-0. Panthers defeated the Capitals 4-2. Flames over the Devils 5-3. Flyers over the Jets 4-1. Hurricane over the Avalanche 5-2. Islanders over the Lightning 6-2. Golden Knights over the Coyotes 3-2. All right. In the Argentine Premier Division soccer, it was Rosario Central over Rivadavia 1-0, and Huracan over Independiente. Well, actually, they tied at 0. Okay, let's get well. And round one of the WM Phoenix Open was suspended. Saif Thigala is in first place with 6 under. Andrew Novak in second. We got a two-way tie for third between Shane Lowry and S.H. Kim with 4 under. And Jordan Spieth, the wise one, tied in fifth place. He, of course, I do believe, a member of Live Golf with 3 under, but the play was suspended. Okay, let's go quickly, and believe me, we're going to try to go quickly without any mistakes. So here we go. Okay. In women's basketball, Fairfield over Marist, 76-49. Stetson Fitz over North Alabama, 62-55. Wofford over West Carolina, 89-52. Albany over Binghamton, 60-52. UC down by the riverside, down by the riverside. Yeah, down by the riverside. You beat Cal Baker 54-48. Mount St. Mary, you played the rider in the sky, and you won 64-43. Hee hee. Arkansas lost to Florida 85-81. Morehead State defeated SIUE 69-66. Remember, in this case, 69 is indeed a workable number. Yes. Okay. Are we totally all zaptifiably zippy doo doo doo? Yeah, Thursday, please. We're not on Friday. We're on Thursday, but we will be on Friday. Come on. Thank you. Okay, let's get back here to where we were so we can finish up. Okay. Oh boy. Okay. Oh, Okay, gotcha. Ha ha. Okay, so what we're going to do, because we're having a little problem uh, with the little holder here, I will hold this in my little hand and see if we can get you some veritably nice scores. Yes. So give me about a couple of moments at SCORES. Live score. Thank you. Boom. Okay, we're finally getting there. Let's go Thursday. Go Thursday. Go Thursday. Yeah, go Thursday. Yes, go Thursday. Thank you. Let's get to basketball because we did the hockey, but we got more hockey coming up, so don't you leave, Dandelion. I promise you we got hockey. Um, let's see. Gotskis. Come on, do we have the NCAA's here? Yeah, we do. Hang on. Oh, this is going to be fun. Okay, let's see. Do we have college basketball? If not, we'll go back here and we'll do college basketball again. Make make everything work perfectly. See, this is what we put the our tablet on, so I can have the scores. Let's go here. Okay, we got 12 minutes. Let's see how far we've gone here. Okay. Um, okay. Florida beat Arkansas 85-81. Morehead State defeated SIUE 69-66. Vermont over New Jersey Tech 76-51. UMass Lowell over UMBC 71-60. Little Rock over Western Illinois by a score of 50-41 in two overtimes. Lindenwood. And if you have Lindenwood in the morning, congratulations. And they beat Tennessee State 81-73. Southern Indiana University 70-60 winner over Eastern Illinois. Notre Dame lost to Louisville 73-66 in overtime. It was Miami of Florida by 3, 75-72 over Clemson. Virginia over Boston College 73-66. Bryant over New Hampshire 71-68. Tennessee Tech over Southeast Missouri 76-66. Kennesaw State over Bellarmine 85-75. Loyola of Chicago 73-39 winner over LaSalle. Detroit over Robert Morris 68-49. Eastern Kentucky over Queens 88-67. UNCG over Furman 59-56. Indiana over Michigan State 94-91. High Siena, you beat Iona 74-57. Niagara, you beat Manhattan 88-63. Mercer, you beat ETSU 65-57. Good night, everyone. Off to the sleeping part of day/night. I can dig that. 65-57, Youngstown over Oakland, 85-79. South Carolina, still number one, beat Missouri, 83-45. Quinnipiac, that's not to be confused with Six-Pack. They beat St. Peter's, 46-40. FGCU defeated Central Arkansas, 65-43. Alabama, with a banjo on our knee, they beat good old Tennessee 72-56. Abilene Christian defeated Seattle 82-63. Illinois over Northwestern 82-71. Chattanooga over Samford 55-39. Cal Baptist over UT Arlington 94-92. St. Joseph over George Mason 59-47. Houston Christian over McNeese State, 56-51. Duke over Wake Forest, 69-46. Florida State over Pittsburgh, 76-60. Syracuse over Georgia Tech, 62-59. You got Northern Iowa over Illinois State, 74-47. Drake over Bradley, 71-60. Middle Tennessee over Liberty Boucherville. Middle Tennessee over Liberty, 81-55. Texas A&M over Old Miss. No one's playing Young Miss. 72-53. Mississippi State over Georgia, 76-57. Jacksonville State over Sam Houston, 58-56. UT Rio Grande Valley over Stephen F. Austin, 62-49. Kansas from Romp in Houston, 69-52. Nicholls State over Texas A&M Coastal Coast, 70-67. New Orleans over Northwestern State, 80-57. Southeast Louisiana over Texas A&M Community, 72-61. Lamar over Incarnate Word, 72-68. Green Bay over Northern Kentucky, 67-51. Milwaukee over IUPUI, 73-54. Tarleton State over Utah Valley, 60 to Double Dickle, 55. North Dakota over Nebraska Omaha, 83-81. South Dakota over Denver, 78-48. North Dakota State over UMKC, 70-59. Oral Roberts didn't get called to heaven, but they beat St. Thomas in Minnesota, 80-73. Virginia Tech over North Carolina State, 71-61. Utah Tech over Southern Utah, 87-77. Iowa over Penn State, 111-93. Ohio State over Minnesota, 71-47. LSU over Vanderbilt, 85-62. Northern Arizona over Montana, 69-60. Montana State beat North Colorado by a score of 61-40. UC Irvine over UCSB, 60-38. Cal Poly over CS Northridge, 75-68. Gonzaga over Pepperdine, 83-46. Portland over LMU by a score of 58-52. San Fran over St. Mary's, 59-54. Santa Clara over San Diego, 83-57. Weber State over Portland State, 67-46. Sacramento State over Idaho State, 61-58. UC Davis over CS Fullerton, 61-48. Hawaii over UC San Diego, 64-52, and that is the women's basketball game. We got NCAA men's basketball, only 2 games, and they both went into overtime, but one had a little extra. Arizona and Utah went to 3 overtimes. Arizona defeated Utah 105-99, and in the singular overtime, FAU lost to UAB 76-73. Now to the pro selection. 2 games still going on in progression. The Nuggets are leading the Lakers with 3:47 left to play in regulation, 100-98. Trailblazers lead the Pistons, 5:46 left in regulation, 111-103. In games that, really matter, Warriors over Pacers, 131-109. Magic over Spurs, 127-111. Cavaliers over the Nets, 118-95. Mavericks over Knicks, 122-108. Timberwolves over Bucks, 129-105. Bulls over Grizzly, 118-110. And the Phoenix Suns over the Utah Jazz by a score of 129-115. Now, I said we had some other hockey scores. And by golly, we do. This is going to be fun. And there we are. Boom. Okay, let us give you the Thursday night. Yeah, let's go Thursday night hockey scoreboard. Thank you. Thursday, boys. Thursday. Thank you. Let's see. In the OHL, it was North Bay Battalion in a slam dance over Niagara Hot Dogs, or excuse me, Niagara Ice Dogs, 12-1. Mississauga Steelheads versus beat the Peterborough Petes 5-3. The Windsor Spitfires over the Erie Otters 5-4. In the Quebec Minor Junior Hockey League action, it was Halifax Mooseheads. Let's see if we can do it like that. Thank you. Halifax Mooseheads over the St. John Sea Dogs 3-2. Victoria Tigers. No, Tigre. No, yeah, Tigres. Victoriaville Tigres defeated the Blainville Boisbriand Armada 5-3. Rouyn-Noranda Huskies slammed the Acadia Bathurst Titans 11-0. Did they even show up? I don't think so. But, my friends, that's about it. That's about it. Wave the white flags. Surrender with happiness. Okay, those are your little scoring. Okay, that's all the scoring. The regular season. Boy. Okay. Don't they have the AHL? Thought they did. Oh, okay. We've already done basketball. We've already done. Do you want to do soccer? Okay. Remember, it's Thursday. Okay, let's give you the scores from the day of Thursday. If we can get it on there, thank you. The Coupe de France, Rouen and Monaco tied at 1. In the Belgium Cup, it was Oostende and Royal Antwerp also tied at 1. And let's see, do we have anything else there? In the NPL Victoria, South Melbourne defeated Melbourne Knights 1-0. Okay, let's go to a little b-ball sharuba. And in the NBL in Australia, once again, there we go. We've done the NHL. I mean the NBA. I'll get it right. Okay, in the British Basketball League, the London Lions took out the Sheffield Sharks 84-71. In the Korean Basketball League, Mobis Phobius defeated Daegu Pegasus 91-79. KCC Aegis defeated Changwon LG Sakers 90-69. Cha-cha-cha. Okay, and that is going to do it for that wonderment of wonders, as we like to call it. And that gives us a little time, which it does normally, and it does. Let's check out some entertainment news for you. And wow, let's check some entertainment news, boys. Okay. MLB, the commissioner, Rob Manfred, is targeting 2025 for the introduction of a direct-to-consumer streaming package that would include, at a minimum, roughly half the teams in Major League Baseball. Whether that can be accomplished, however, is still to be seen and might largely depend on how the Diamond Sports Group bankruptcy case shakes out. Manfred met the media and said, realistically, my target is to have a digital package I can take to market, would be for the 25 season. Manfred said the conclusion of an owners meeting outside Orlando. Now, he was referring to a package that would give fans a way to watch games in market. Through MLB.TV, fans can already watch a given team if they live outside a team's territory. Say you live in Cleveland but want to watch the Marlins. You can do that right now. Now, the problem has long been some fans' inability to watch games inside a team's territory or in market. A bundle of half the league would be a major step towards making games more accessible to reduce some of what fans commonly refer to as blackouts. It's something Manfred had wanted for years, but has never before put a target date publicly on it. How exactly such a package would be available through the likes of Apple or Peacock or Amazon or through the league itself, like MLB TV, it is not known today. But for such a package to be viable in any form, Manfred believes he needs to have access to close to half the league's digital rights. MLB will broadcast 3-team games this year: Diamondbacks, Padres, and Rockies. Those 3 teams' digital rights, therefore, should be available for 2025. The Guardians, Rangers, and Twins are not under contract for 2025, so that makes 6 potential teams right away. Then it gets tricky. 4 teams that are under contract with Diamond for 2025 did not grant Diamond their digital rights: the Angels, Braves, Cardinals, and Reds. Those teams, therefore, might be able to join the package as well. Whether there's anything in those teams' contracts that would limit how those rights are used is not known. But that could make for as many as 10 teams available right now. Major League Baseball still might be short the necessary rights in that scenario, and 5 other teams' rights hinge on the Diamond bankruptcy proceedings. Diamond has streaming rights for the Tigers, Royals, Marlins, Brewers, and Rays. So, wow. MLB better get the act together. Fa la la. In other stinking news, get back over there. Just in time for Super Bowl, YouTube TV. Yeah. Now we're fucking up. Excuse me, we're screwing up. Just in time for Super Bowl, YouTube TV is now offering a 1080p enhanced option. Well, we know the one option we're doing here on this broadcast, and that's watching Nickelodeon. WWE has begun erasing Vince McMahon from history ahead of WrestleMania. That's right, because of the scandal. WWE presented the WrestleMania 50 kickoff earlier, or XL, which I think is 50. Well, no, that's 40. WrestleMania 40 or WrestleMania Extra Large early tonight from Las Vegas, and there are many breadcrumbs dropped as the company continued on the road to the biggest event of the year. The show began with Michael Cole introducing his panel, which included Pat McAfee. The commentator noted that he was undefeated at WrestleMania, which is not that accurate. He's defeated The Miz and Austin Theory, but he was defeated by former chairman Vince McMahon at WrestleMania 38. Surprisingly, none of the members of the panel, which included Big E and CM Punk, decided to correct Cole on his fact, which leads to believe that Vince is now being forgotten when it comes to WWE history. WWE has been able to erase many names over the years and has already been selective about its history, making sure to take out any stars who are on bad terms with the company. McMahon is currently the subject of some damning allegations, which led to his resignation from TKO Group, the new owners of the WWE. Reports suggested that Vince would not come back from this, and given the recent on-screen clues, he's done. He's toast. He's mythological. He no existy. Okay, can we get back to Alphonse Dehoudi? Thank you. Okay, the 49ers' compensatory picks from diverse hires have reportedly led other team owners to complain to the NFL. Bo Bridges is joining CBS's reboot of Matlock in recasting. Ooh, nice. Man who shoveled new channel into Lake Michigan convicted of 2 misdemeanors. Let's see what we got here. Sting objected to the decision to capture the AEW World Tag Team titles. I happen to agree. Pet Cemetery duo Kevin Kolsch and Dennis Weidmer to direct survivor thriller The Swallow, starring Grace Van Dien. Major League Baseball rumors: Rangers agree to deal with Adolis Garcia. The Astros GM talks possible Alec Bregman extension. Northern Michigan Resort with Spa offers a month of love deals for February. And the wife of Mahomes, Brittany Mahomes, joins the SI swimsuit for its 60th anniversary issue. Yep. The wife of Patrick Mahomes will be featured as a rookie in the 2024 swimsuit issue of Sports Illustrated. She is not only his wife, but the mom of his 2 kids. Wow. The magazine spread will be released in what? In May, my birthday month. Oh, thank you, Lord. Oh, thank you. Let's see. Donna Kelsey doesn't think she'll be in a Super Bowl suite with Taylor Swift. No kidding. Amari Miller is gone from the WWE. Could she be AEW bound? Who knows? Former Georgia QB and MSU cornerback are part of Davenport football's 48-player signing class. U.S. Outlaws robocalls that use AI-generated voices. Yay. Beloved McDonald's menu returns, except now it's at Wendy's. We'll talk about that as well. Let's see. Former NFL Coach of the Year will be around Wisconsin football in some capacity this year. Get back. Rob Manfred hints that patience may be wearing thin with the A's situation. Bristol Motor Speedway returns retro red and white striped track walls as part of Food City 500. And let's see what else we got here. I think that's about possibly it. No, we got about a couple of minutes left, so we can get a couple of stories out of our tuchuses, can't we? Okay. Sony is erasing digital libraries that were supposed to be accessible forever as Funimation officially dies a not so painless demise, sort of. And we'll talk about that as well on Friday. CBS has a good shot at record Super Bowl ad revenues. Let's see here. Live Golf charging fans 5-figure sum at Las Vegas event for once-in-a-lifetime experience. By the way, Univision, Univision is preparing for its first Super Bowl broadcast in Spanish. Very good. So that's two. That's 2 trivia questions. What else have we got here? As we continue to get things wrapped up here with a minute remaining. I don't think we got much more. Okay, then we will signify the ending here, and we wish you all a very pleasant good night. We will return Friday night. I didn't think we would, but we are. Friday night, 11:35, same time, same place, right here. This has been a Mystifying Creativity production in association with the L2C Media Network. I am Steve the Baxman Baxley, and I will see you tomorrow. Have a great night, everybody.